Welcome in, everyone. I'm Morgan Uber. Baylor forward Tchamwa Tchatchoua is making a tremendous impact this season for Baylor. Off the bench, he's averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds. However, it's what he's doing off the court that's even more impressive. He's earned the nickname that's spread like wildfire around the country. People now know him as Everyday Jon. It's because of his unbelievable work ethic in doing the small, routine, mundane things every day to get better. His teammate, All-American guard Jared Butler, even said he's got a will to grow. In fact, he's flourished into a big man for the #2 team in the nation. Here, joining me right now to share about his story and success is Tchamwa Tchatchoua. Jonathan, thanks so much for taking the time to join me. You've lived all over the world, from Africa to Australia to Europe to Las Vegas. Where does Waco, Texas stack up?
Might be really up there. I feel like it's just a nice place just to stay around, and it reminds me kind of Australia.
You've already become quickly here a fan favorite in Waco for this Baylor team, #2 in the country. What is so special about the community, even in a year like COVID where there aren't that many fans able to attend the games? What makes Waco such a special place?
I mean, we're just like grateful to have like these people around us. I feel like Waco just kept on showing us love even during this pandemic, just being able to just show up to the games even with 25%. Um, even with 25% of fans, which we really like and actually helped us a lot, especially during the game against Kansas. We could like feel the fan energy.
I want to go back in time to you growing up in Cameroon. Who do you credit introducing you to the sport of basketball?
I definitely give credit to my older brothers and some of his friends because we just used to hang out together a lot. They actually introduced me to the sport of basketball.
I've read how you and your brother would go out there and play with just a broomstick and a basket for a basketball hoop, and you'd use a soccer ball for a basketball. In those moments, where did you picture yourself playing?
I kind of never really pictured myself playing back then because we were just doing it for fun, just spend some time, just have fun with each other, just enjoying the game. So I really like never pictured myself just playing the game in high school or playing in college where I am right now back in the days.
Having been a soccer player, or should I say football player, your whole life there, what were your early impressions of the game?
Um, my early impressions, I must say, because the first game I watched was actually LeBron James' game. I just became a fan of him, just seeing how much of a leader and how spectacular of the plays he used to make, how he was making when I was watching him. It's just like how I just like started playing basketball and how I became a fan of the game.
At what point did you really establish a goal that you wanted to play in America?
After I've done the Luke Richard camp in Cameroon, and then I just realized it was possible to make it to the NBA with just hard work, discipline, and determination. So I realized that to make that happen, I had to play high school basketball, go play in America, and at some point play college basketball.
At age 15, you made the decision to travel halfway across the world and go play in Australia with the NBA Global Academy. What did that experience really teach you?
It just taught me about a lot about people because I just like embedded myself in different culture, and that cultural change actually affected me a lot because going from Cameroon to Africa, there's a lot of things that changes, especially on the language part. I had to develop myself, develop my language, just develop my game, just trying to be more social. Since I was around a new group of people, I was away from my family as well and away from my brothers, which I grew up with, and just I think it was definitely like a huge learning experience, allowed me to grow as a man as well.
You speak so highly of your family. I know you're extremely close with them. What did they teach you about work ethic at such a young age?
Um, I can give shout out just to my dad, who just like kept on telling us how much work ethic is important in this world and how much you need to outwork everybody next to you to hopefully have a spot in life, whether it's just having a great family or having a job or just doing businesses. He just like told me that you gotta be like the hardest worker every single day And I felt like that his words actually just kept me motivated and just showed me that whatever I was doing in the gym was the right thing.
Here you are now playing for the number 2 team in the country in Baylor. When you made the decision to transfer from UNLV, what did you see in head coach Scott Drew that drew you to this program?
There was actually two things. Definitely, like outside of the basketball aspect. One is that Coach Drew is just so enthusiastic. Is just like one of the most positive guy like I've ever been around. And Drew is just his faith. How much he believe in God and how much he really care about the players and his program faith.
I've heard from your teammates and coaches that say you're one of the most positive guys to be around, and you've earned the nickname from your team, Everyday Jon. To be really a role model for this team, how proud are you of that?
Well, I would just say I wouldn't say that I'm really like setting an example because the nickname Everyday Jon just come from my teammates because they are the ones who makes Everyday Jon. Like they are the one who motivate me every single day. They are the one who make me better. They are the one who just allow me to keep the energy going. I feel like I shouldn't like take too much credit on that because they're the one who makes me the good player that I am today.
Coach Drew has a knack for finding special transfers, including Division III transfer Freddie Gillespie, who happened to be your roommate in your
Yes, man.
first year. How did he help you grow?
Freddie was really like a big brother to me. My first year, yeah, he was like living with him is like having like a cheap sheet or just an answer for a quiz. During the exam day, he was helping me every single day. He was showing me the right path, how to do things. He showed me just the scheme. He helped me learning the scheme of the games. Told me how to watch films. Told me how to just work on the little things, which make you better when you play basketball. So he was definitely like playing a huge, yeah, I would say a huge role in my development during my redshirt year.
Last year, due to the transfer rule, having to sit out, you were part of the scout team, but watching your team from afar, rise to number 1 in the country for 2 straight months and break the Big 12 winning streak record, how difficult was that for you to watch it and not be able to really contribute in game situations?
I really want to say it was that difficult because I was still practicing with them and competing against the best players in the country every single day. I felt like I was contributing as well with the scout team in making this team good, and they were also helping me of getting better every single day. And I knew that at some point my time would come. So it wasn't bad, and at the end of the day, we were winning, and that's all we care about.
Speaking of, being around some of the best players in the country, your guard All-American Jared Butler, what makes him such a one-of-a-kind, unique, special player?
I'm gonna say Jared is really special about with his mindset. I've been around a lot of great players, but the biggest thing that I've seen in him and in all our guards actually is that despite having like all this attention and all this expectation around him, like they don't care about it. They really like more focused on winning and making their teammate better. So every single day, Jared don't be thinking like an All-American. He think like a battle guard who's just trying to win the next game, which I really appreciate about him. And he always put his faith on top of everything.
2 months ago, in an interview with ABC national television, you were surprised by NBA champion and Cameroon native Pascal Siakam as someone who had looked up to him. How special was that moment?
It was great. It was like talking to that childhood hero because when I started playing basketball, I only hear about Pascal and Joel Embiid. And since Pascal is from my hometown, I kind of had like the dream of like talking to him at some point. So it was great just having some advice from him, knowing that he support me and he's watching me. It really like it definitely felt great for me.
What advice did he share with you that stuck with you most?
Basically just believing in the work I put in. Always feeling confident and just keep on working, just staying locked in, and just always focusing about winning on top of everything.
Jonathan, with all that you've accomplished, how do you see your story, your journey, serving as an inspiration and opening doors to younger athletes in Cameroon?
Mainly, I really want to be like I don't know how can I explain that. Just to be one more reason for kids like me in Cameroon who were just like me to just dream. I just want to give them the chance to dream, because at the end of the day, if you want to do something in life, you just gotta be able to dream at first. So I just want to show them that it's possible to get to some point, or to get your dreams in life if you just put enough work in. So I really want just to be able like to motivate them and showing them that they're able to do whatever they want to do.
Speaking of dreams and goals, I hear you have them written out on your bathroom mirror, something that you picked up from your teammate Jared Butler. What are your goals that you've set, Jonathan?
My goals were are to be the best defensive player in the Big 12, but I think like the most important one in them was to win the national championship and win the Big 12 title.
Why are those goals so real for this Baylor team this season?
Mm, I felt like we could have done it last year, but due to COVID and everything, the season got cut short. And last year was a really great season for us, but I feel like this year it was just like another opportunity that God is just giving us to just try to run it back and try to make it better than last year, and then just win it all.
Well, Jonathan, you all have been so much fun to watch and cover this season. I really appreciate you taking the time to share your story, and best of luck the rest
Thank
of
you
the
for having
way.
me.